No, there were several reasons that the board ultimately decided to pursue that proposal. The first one, it aligned with our corporate interest, and in particular, it kept all the assets of the company together, obviously, except for those that the French state was interested in. The second thing is it was generally consistent with all the parameters, the financial parameters that we had set out to achieve, particularly the amount of liquidity that we needed to raise, as well as the amount of debt that needed to be reduced, close to 3 billion in net debt reduction. And then the most important thing also is that it had the support of a large number of the creditors. And as you imagine, these are the creditors who ultimately have to basically vote for that proposal. And that we had a significantly larger number of those creditors opting to go with the Onepoint proposal. And so as a result, consortium proposal. So as a result of that, we had greater confidence that we'll be reaching a definitive agreement with them. And then the last point I would say from the creditors' perspective, there was a greater recovery under that proposal than under the Kretinsky's proposal.
Paul, I want to get to the dilution here, dilution for the existing shareholders of Atos who afterwards received less than 0.1% of the newly enlarged share capital. What's the feeling by those shareholders? Because it feels like it's been death by 1,000 cuts over the last number of months. Is there some relief that there is a solution, or are they disgruntled because of the dilution here and the loss that they've suffered over the last number of months?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's really a painful decision in a sense because of the amount of dilutions for the shareholders. We are just really focusing right now more on making sure that this new proposal can be put in place to make sure that the company is on better financial footing for the long run.
There was a concern that the financial issues at Atos could have an impact on your activities around the Paris 24 Games, because you are a key partner there. They are just a month and a half away, and we know that the Games are expecting an unprecedented level of cyber threat as well. So can you give us a bit of an insight there, how you're preparing for this and whether there's an impact of the current issues that you had at Atos?
Absolutely. We are ready for Paris 2024. We've been really running all the IT infrastructure and all the operations for the Olympics going back to 1992. So we're just really quite experienced in that field. We just completed a testing of all the applications, and we are absolutely ready, and it will be just really a phenomenal success.
Yeah, do your strategic objectives change here at all now? I mean, you've got this Onepoint consortium. You still have the French government still hovering around for some of your assets too. What changes for you business-wise here?
I think right now what this new proposal will do is just really get our clients to be much more comfortable in extending some of the contracts with us. I think we saw a little bit of a pause. What people some of our clients really looking a little bit for greater clarity over the long run, what the company will be able to do. Actually, this is again a great news for the company. I think it sets us up on a strong financial direction, and then just really lifts that unfortunate cloud that was over the company for quite some time.